Welcome to a brand new series that I like to call Start to Finish, where essentially I'm going to be showing you guys the start of my customs or fix-ups all the way through to the finish and the end product of them, the entire process of certain fix-ups and customs that I make, rather than doing what I usually do and just showing you what I'm going to do and then skipping right to the final product. I'm going to show you guys the entire process of some of the fix-ups that I do. And in today's episode, we've got 4 projects that we're going to be working on, including 3 head swaps, a hair swap, and a custom championship. And as for the hair swap and the custom championship, it's actually something I've really never done before, so I'm very excited to get started. Alright, let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here, starting things off first with the championship customization. You're probably wondering, what the hell am I thinking? Well, the other day on Instagram, I posted a picture of a custom championship that I just kind of threw together, and it was a swap of the old WWE Championship as well as the Universal title. So I'm going to show you guys how exactly you can do it, because it's very simple, and I also want to hear what you guys have to say about it, because I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe it needs to be worked on a little bit, but I'm going to hear what you guys have to say about it. Get your opinions down below. So this is the first thing we're going to be doing. We've also got a Bray Wyatt head swap as well as a Bray Wyatt hand swap. Let me see if I can get a little zoom in here. So this Bray Wyatt head scan on the right, I have always been a very big fan of. However, this WrestleMania 30 figure has seen much better days. It is extremely loose. And as for this Bray Wyatt on the left, not the biggest fan of the head scan, so we're going to go ahead and be swapping the 2 as well as the hands. I like the brown hand, so I'm going to be swapping that, the fingerless glove with the thumb taped on, obviously, onto the one on the left to see how that looks. I think this is going to be a little bit minor of a swap, but I think it's going to look really good. Then finally, the most important, and maybe the longest swap that we're going to be doing is going to be between 3 figures. So as we know, my favorite Seth Rollins head scan easily is the NXT Rollins here in the middle, but Rollins does not have the blonde hair anymore, so I'm going to be swapping, or attempting to swap the hair from the SummerSlam Elite onto the NXT Rollins so we can have the all black hair, and then once I finish that hair swap that head onto this other SummerSlam Rollins in the green, which he has been wearing recently, so I can get the most updated version of Seth Rollins. He wore this at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and I believe even on Monday Night Raw. When it comes down to it, I could very much just buy a Rollins that has the NXT face scan and the long black hair without the blonde, but I want to try hair swapping. I want to see if it works, you know. I want to sort of experiment to see if I could do it with other figures as well, and I figured if I have a chance to do it right now, why don't I just go ahead and do it? So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, but let's go ahead and start things off here with the custom championship. If you're somebody who has actually never swapped championship plates before, it is very simple, but at the same time kind of tricky. So every Mattel championship has a set of the rubber that fits the certain mold of the plastic plate. So as you can see, these are a little bit different. The Universal titles, gold plates, are more separated, while the Globe Championship obviously is more put together. However, sometimes you can get lucky and certain main title plates or side plates will be able to fit into other rubber molds. And as for this one, we've gotten pretty lucky, so we're going to go ahead and start things off and show you guys how you can swap the 2 main plates and customize your own championship. We're going to start things off here with the Universal Championship. Now, I've never really heated up my titles to try to swap them. I'm sure that would help if you want to just apply some heat with a hairdryer to the back to try to warm up the rubber so you can pop the plate out, or even use hot water. I'm really not sure, but really it's a very simple process of just pushing the gold plate out and lifting the Universal Championship rubber over the gold plate, hook right over there. So just an up and over motion should get it out. Now, it's fairly easy to do with this one because I've already swapped it. However, if you haven't done it with one and it's brand new, it might be a little trickier. Just take your time and make sure you don't rip off the rubber. So once one plate is out, it should be fairly simple to get the other one out, and just like that, the main title, or the main plate of the Universal Championship, is now gone. And again, that's going to work the same with this championship. Again, just sort of push up and over and it should pop out, and then the other side should pop out as well. So as you can see now, one half is gone, and you're just going to repeat that process, except the second time it's going to be much easier. And so now what we're going to do is apply the Globe Championship main plate onto the Universal Championship, and I can show you this from the back again. It's the same process, but kind of in reverse. You just want to peel the Universal Championship strap sort of onto the main plate, and then this part, this middle section right here, just bend it so that it kind of fixes itself into place. I'm not sure how to describe that. And again, you're going to want to do that for the other side as well, like that, and then sort of fix itself into place. I really don't know how to describe that portion, but voila, you've done it if you have followed my sort of simple steps. So you kind of have a custom championship here. Now what I'm thinking about doing is maybe trimming the top part so that it's just the globe and it doesn't have that extra red part sticking out. I'm not sure. I think that would look pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I think overall it looks really cool, but hey, if you don't like it, I understand. You know, a lot of people can be picky about their championships being accurate and whatnot, but as a fantasy sort of WWE championship, I think it looks pretty cool. But let me know down below if you guys like this, if I should keep it, if I should make some modifications. Curious to hear what you guys think, but there we go. Here we have our first customization done. Now let's go ahead and move on to the head swaps. So in order to actually use my hairdryer, I'm going to have to turn off my air conditioner because, well, it's hot as hell here in New York right now, and if I leave my air conditioner on while I'm doing the head swap using the hairdryer, my power will go out, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to go ahead, using this hairdryer, start this process and swap these heads. So this is probably going to be sped up a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and use my hairdryer on the two head scans, so let's go ahead and start. Here we have the head swap complete here. Definitely digging the Miz on the right more so than the one on the left. Let's go ahead and get a zoom in on him. Head scan is definitely more accurate with what he looks like today, which is why I did it. So here's a top to down look of what he looks like. Really liking that. As for this Miz on the left, looks pretty good as well. Like that attire, however, the leg on it is pretty loose, so I don't like using this figure maybe as much as I should, but still, they're both looking pretty good, but I like the one on the right. Blue attire is pretty nice. Let's go ahead, though, and move on to Bray Wyatt. So, just like The Miz, we're going to be swapping these two head scans. And again, let me show you this WrestleMania 30 body. This thing has seen so many better days. It is in absolutely terrible condition. And as for this one on the right, it's much better. I also am just right now feeling this attire more than the one on the left. So we're going to go ahead and swap the heads as well as do a hand swap. And I have a hand swapping trick that I'm going to tell you guys about after we swap the heads. So let's go ahead and start with the head sculpts. Bada boom, there we have the head swapped. The Bray on the right definitely looks really good, but both are looking different with their new heads, and now it's time to pay attention here to the hands. And we're going to be swapping both of the right hands onto one another. Like I said, I prefer the hand on the WrestleMania 30, so we're going to be swapping it onto this Elite. Is this Elite 37 or something? I'm really not sure of the exact series, and it kind of irks me when I don't know it and I just keep saying Elite, but either way, we're going to go ahead and be swapping them. When I do swap hands, the tip that I want to show you guys is, well, actually, I'll just explain as I'm going along. Let's go ahead and take the two hands off, which you should do standard just by pulling it out after it's heated up enough. I'm actually going to lay them down when I do this, just so that I can evenly heat up both hands from all sides. So let's go ahead and get started. You definitely want to heat up hands more than some of the other joints on a figure, just because they are pretty delicate. But as you can see, we can very easily just pull them out like this. And now for the tip that I wanted to show you guys. So we're going to go ahead and move that figure out of the way. Take a look at this one. It's got to zoom out right over here. When swapping a hand, sometimes it's hard to just right away put the hand that you want to swap into the peg, because or into the arm, because the peg right over here, it's still kind of loose or hot and warm, so it's hard to put it into the arm when it's really warm. So what I like doing, and this is just my pro tip, is just either let it cool to the side or put it in the freezer for like 2 minutes so that this is really cold and stiff. There's no way to say it without it sounding sexual, okay? And then it's going to be much easier to put into the arm. So again, just for right now, I'm going to go ahead and let this one cool down, and in a few minutes, I'm going to reheat up the hole so that we can put the hand inside. That just sounds so wrong. Alright, it's been a little while, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply some heat to the Bray Wyatt arm so that we can swap the hand inside. Let's go ahead and do that now. And now watch how simple this is going to be, alright? Now that this hand is cooler and the arm is way warmer, so easily it just pops into place. Let's go ahead and get an overall view of Bray now. Yeah, I'm really digging this. I like this a lot. The head is just really expressive. I like the brown hand as well. The rubber sort of glove matches the boots pretty nicely. So I'm really digging this Bray. Not really a crazy swap at all, you know. Simple and effective is something and a saying that is very existent amongst wrestling figures, I think. The smallest of swaps can really bring out the best of a figure, and I think we've done that here today, so really digging this Bray. Oh boy, this is where things are going to get just a little bit complicated. But here you can see we have 3 elite Seth Rollins figures, if it will focus. Bada boom, we've got the Then, Now, and Forever, and then 2 SummerSlam attires of Rollins. And my plan, well, I guess at first, I'm just going to pop off all the head scans so that this is very much easy to do. It's going to be hard to explain. I'll sort of explain on the way what I'm doing. Might sound a little bit confusing, but just trust me. So the first thing we're going to do is pop off all 3 head scans. So let's go ahead and do that. I think I'm just going to lay them all down on top of each other. I don't know, does the formation really matter? Maybe we'll plop them down like this and get a bird's eye view or something. Maybe this is a better view for you guys of all 3 Rollins, so let's go ahead and start heating this up. Seth Rollins #1 is successful. Let's go ahead and put that to the side. Let's go ahead and move on to our next Rollins right here. This should be good enough as well. Yep, really easily. Here we go. We've got 2 down. Just 1 more to go here with the SummerSlam Elite. This should be good enough as well. Maybe not. I don't want to force it. Well, this is what happens when you try forcing it. It was warm enough, and I barely put any pressure, and the peg snapped out, so man, that sucks, but that's not really gonna stop us from doing what we need to do. I'll definitely have to crack open this the top half of this torso. It shouldn't be too hard, but wow, that actually really sucks. Well, while this absolutely sucks, it does not stop us from doing what we want to do, which hopefully works out, but might be an absolute disaster following what just happened, and that is a hair swap between these 2 Rollins. Obviously, I want the NXT to have all black hair, so what we're going to be doing is trying to transfer the hair one onto another, gluing it, and then swapping it onto the green SummerSlam Rollins Elite. So I hope this works. We're going to have to reapply some heat to both of these Rollins head scans to pop off the hair. Alright, so I actually need to have someone hold these Rollins head scans so that they don't blow away when I use my hair dryer on them, because if I just leave them on the table, that's exactly what's going to happen. So our boy Heath Slater over here is going to hug both of them so we can hold them into place, and hopefully this works and they don't blow off my table and I lose them. This is exactly what I was talking about. I need to hold them more into place. I believe this should be good enough, so we're going to go ahead and slowly peel off the hair, which I think is what I'm going to do. Again, I haven't done this too many times successfully, so I believe what we do is just slowly, one by one, try to tear it away. Just slowly peeling at the hair. You can see this one is definitely coming out. I might just keep working at this side. Might have to actually heat this up a little more. I'm going to play this safe like I didn't do with the other Rollins head skin and heat this one up a little bit more. This is now really hot, which I'm hoping is separating the glue. Yeah, you can definitely tell right now. Let me get a little bit closer of a zoom in right here. You can see it's almost completely off. I actually might have to let this cool. This is kind of burning my hands. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. Alright, we're back at it again, and I just heard a pop, which I think is a good sign. The hair is almost completely off of the head. Might have to put it in hot water or something. I feel like that would definitely absorb it a little better, but it's almost completely off. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and heat this up in some hot water, I think, or let me just try the hair dryer one more time. This should be good now. I'm just going to sort of tear it off. And I think we're good here. There we go. It's off completely. The hair has been removed from Mr. Rollins. I'm going to try to bend it back into shape a little bit here. That's the best way I know how to do it, that I've done it in the past, which is maybe why it hasn't worked out. But if you guys have better ways how to rip off the hair of a figure and get it off more easy, let me know, because now we're going to go ahead and do it with the NXT Rollins. I just realized the whole time I was warming this up, I wasn't recording. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. This is certainly not a pretty process, but it is one that I will try to do better this time. This time around, it seems to have come off much easier just by heating it up longer. So now, let's just go ahead and see if this works and fits on properly. I'm hoping it does. Yeah, it definitely does, I think. Let me try to get a better look at it right over here. The one problem is that the blonde hair is still kind of showing a little bit right there, you can see, but I'm going to go ahead, apply some glue to this, and I think it's going to look pretty good. Also, might have to remove that hair at the top as well. Buy some nail polish remover or something. Here we have the final product. While I did not want to do many jump cuts in terms of the actual customization, unfortunately, when it came to the gluing part, it's kind of hard to do at an angle while being in front of the camera and not getting any glue on my fingers, which I successfully did. But let's go ahead and take a look at Rollins' face scan. All customized, and I'm actually kind of proud. I'm not going to lie. I think it looks really good. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue a part down here just so that his hair can stay like this. However, in terms of me, who's not really great at doing like advanced customizations, and I would consider a hair swap to be fairly difficult, I think I did a pretty good job on this, and I hope you guys agree. I think this looks really good. In fact, do I have the Intercontinental Championship lying around here somewhere? Because obviously, this is what Rollins looks like now. Yes, I do. Here we go. Let me go ahead and get a zoom out right over here. Put the Intercontinental Championship on Rollins, so this is basically his greatest Royal Rumble look right here, and this figure overall looking pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get a zoom in from head to toe if this guy wants to stand up. Here we go. There's the new customized head skin, which I really like. You've got some blonde sticking out a little bit on the back, but not really too noticeable. I might just go ahead and pick up a basic because I really like how this looks. The basic that has this same look to swap on some other Rollins, but here we go. Looking really nice. I'm happy Rollins brought this attire back because it is really awesome. Neon green is really cool, but that's basically it for the customization portion of Seth Rollins right over here. Let me guys show you really quickly the glue that I use. This is just crazy glue, of course. You can get this at any store, really, CVS, Dwayne Reed's, Rite Aids and stuff. You're going to be able to get this really anywhere, any hardware, tool store, whatever, you know. I think it's going to be pretty simple to get, and just showing you guys what I did exactly. I applied glue to the actual head, so what I did was I glued basically all around here, and then all the sides that sort of connect the points of the hair. In fact, I might just glue this as well. So you want some glue on the left side, the right side to pull the hair together, and also right on the top, as you can see where this hair piece sort of covers the black part on the scan, if that makes any sense. That's exactly what you want to do. Wasn't as complicated as I thought. It was still kind of difficult to get this going, but I'm glad it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with the outcome. Let's go ahead. Let's get our... No, please don't fall. Let's go ahead and get everybody together in a little family photo here to look at everything we did today. So obviously we've got the custom Bray, or the fix-up Bray. We've got The Miz right over here, and with Miz, I think we'll go ahead and throw on, where's our custom championship? Here's our custom championship that The Miz is going to hold just for right now. He's not a long-term champion, but for this photo right here, we can go ahead and get The Miz to hold it. Here he is. There's the title. There's the custom Rollins head scan, and there is the fix-up Bray Wyatt. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, let me know. It was very enjoyable to film the entire process, which I haven't really done many times before, including the hair swap and the title belt swap. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, let me know if you want to see more episodes of start to finish, I guess I'm calling it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, stay tuned to the next one.